Peace, y'all. It's the True and Living Code World here. I'm over here kicking with the guy, Jay Wicks. What's good, sir?
What's good, Brody?
I can't call it, man. You know, we out here for the Divi9ne episode. We got more merch here for you. Got the Brody jerseys here for y'all. You know what I'm saying? Hit us up if y'all looking for that. You know, we got the price in 85 here for you. It's stitched, so it looks authentic.
Cold, man. That's cold.
And you can put your Brody nickname on the back and choose your own number. So I got 10, but we're on episode 9. But man,
but it's still divine timing, because I was gonna say it's still divine timing for episode 9, Divi9ne. Yeah, because we tried to shoot yesterday. You wouldn't have had the jersey, so I'm happy that we waited, dog. Yeah, I'm so happy because that joint is fire, man.
I was like, hold up, man. When is this jersey gonna come in? But yeah, perfect timing, divine timing. You know what I'm saying? So, but yeah, man. Let's go ahead and get things started. But before we do, we just want to thank everybody out there for supporting us. We're millionaires with the views here. We don't even count that anymore. It's residual money now for us. You know, the Brody sales are doing well, man. We're at $1,280 sold worth of hats, yo. So we sold out of our black and red hats. We sold almost 30 hats, you know. So definitely shout out to everybody who's supporting. We are definitely going to be giving out our Brody scholarship within the next couple of weeks. We got a couple of candidates we're evaluating, but inbox us, man. And let us know, who needs help out there, man. Because the Brodies love the kids.
Nice.
Indeed, man. So like and subscribe on Instagram, TikTok, and YouTube, and tell a friend to tell a friend. But to go ahead and get started, man, like again, taking it back to high school ways. Whenever you saw a chick, you know what I'm saying, back. Let's take it all the way back. Let's take it back to like the 60s. You'd be like, oh, this person has the hots for him or the hats for her. You ever heard that before?
Yeah, facts.
They got eyes for somebody. And right now, Washington has eyes for a few players, but for a particular player, they have eyes for Ayuk, okay? Brandon Ayuk has been the table talk and the water cooler talk at work for everybody, Wiggs. Kevin Sheehan and all the sports casters around here have been talking about it, but the Brodies want to talk about it because nobody's sharp like us. So, Wiggs, what do you think, man? Do we take a flyer out here on Brandon Ayuk, or should we shop elsewhere?
So we absolutely have to wait for him to be released. And I think the 49ers don't understand that part. Like, we're not trading for him. I'm sorry. If we were going to trade for him, it was going to be during the draft to, lock up something so the fans would know,
maybe move
hey,
up
we're going to do this. Yeah. I know the 49ers, I think it doesn't really benefit them to release him before June 1st. So I really don't think we're going to find out anything until June 1st. But as far as should the Commanders do it? Yes, absolutely. Add as much talent as you can. Like, and if this ends up being an Antonio Brown situation, where AB comes in, he has talent, but he just has the mental things going on. And I don't think this is AB level yet. Yeah. But there's some signs. Concerns. There's some things to be concerned about. But yeah, bring him in. Like, let's see how he works. He has played with Jaden Daniels before. I didn't even know Rashad White played with Jaden Daniels before.
Yeah, back at Arizona State. So, I mean, I get why
we could have Jaden, Rashad, and Ayuk and get right back to MVP, Heisman type players. So, yeah, bring in Ayuk. But what's the rest of the question say? Or seek elsewhere? Keep all options open at this point. Like,
I agree, Wiggs.
Man, we should be looking at anybody. We still have cap space too, cause we still have a lot of cap space. So if somebody gets released from now until the beginning of the season, let's look at them as well. Like, and there are still a decent amount of receivers on the board. I'll throw one name in there because he was found not guilty this week. Stephon Diggs.
That was my go-to right there, Wiggs.
All right. Between Ayuk and Diggs, do you prefer one or the other? You don't have to answer that first, but first just tell me what you think about the Commanders. Should they pursue him? Are there any concerns for you?
I mean, to your point, his mental aspect is the biggest thing. I mean, number one, he's voided $120 million contract. That's not someone in their right mind. I mean, now granted, Dave Chappelle gave up 50 and people called him crazy, but he had a why behind the what. I don't know what this dude is doing. Like, he's driving around the stadium at 100 miles an hour and not basically going AWOL, right? And
all right, now I'll give him the okay on the 100 miles an hour. So you got an Audi, you probably do 100 miles an hour. Going down 95, dog. The amount
but
of
not
time
around
you
the
be
damn
driving.
stadium, though.
True. Not around FedEx. I'm not going 100 around FedEx.
But the point here, his mental aspect, right? If that's intact, cool. But to your point, if it's going to be like an AB type of thing, we'll just have to give him a 1-year contract and see what it is. It's not going to cost him much money. But
you're not afraid of him being around for a year, though?
No. Okay. But my thing is, as far as production, I think they're both going to be good, but I like to hang my hat on Diggs because I saw him play last year.
Hey, that sounded questionable, man.
I saw him play last year. He gave us 85 catches and over 1,000 yards. That's a solid number 2. Now, he might be a locker room issue, but I mean, Ayuk maybe as well.
You can't trust him with your sister, Dig.
Right.
He fucking everything that's moving, man.
But if we're going to talk about upside, give me Ayuk because he can be very well all fine, right? Have a productive year, and then we can extend him, and he's younger, So, gun to head, give me Ayuk. I would like Stephon Diggs though.
Is it possible we could bring both of them in?
That was another question I heard. It is possible, but I think that's too many alphas. I think that's too many alphas, man. That's too many. That would be dope.
That would be nice. That would be nice. I'm not gonna lie. Like, why not?
And McLaurin.
That sounds good to me, Cole. And then Williams is your third or fourth.
And Ayuk will be cheap.
And I feel like when you have veteran receivers, they come out of the game a lot. All right, now it's your turn, Williams. Show me what you can do, McCaffrey. All right, now you're the number 2, but the cornerback is a little bit tired. Hey, start being creative with the lineups. I mean,
let me ask you this, Wiggs. Would you bring Debo back too?
Bring them all back, dog. Bring them all back.
Gosh, hey,
I'm telling you, I will.
There's a lot of possibilities out there, bro. Think about it. There's also Keenan Allen. Do we have a list? Let me see if I can find a list.
Okay. No, we got Keenan Allen is still out there.
He's still out there. Tyreek Hill's still out there.
Yep.
Let's see.
But so these are old names. Like, that's something that I have to remember too.
True.
Is some of these
3-4
receivers
years ago.
Right. Like this guy had a big impact last year for the champions. The Seattle Seahawks picked up Cooper Kupp. The Rams let him go.
Yeah.
Cooper Kupp, and they opted for Devontae Adams. And I think Devontae Adams had a great year with the Rams, but he ended up getting hurt near the end of the season. But Cooper Kupp, although he's not the old Cooper Kupp, he was still able to make some plays in the Super Bowl for the Seahawks. So
yeah, I mean, veteran presence is definitely going to be good, but I mean, we kind of have that already with Terry, right? But I think the biggest thing we need is we just need a de facto number 2 receiver, 1A number 2 receiver. That's going to enable us to at least give him, find some more weapons, man, because we didn't land Love, which I think now was just like a shot in the dark and a pipe dream for Skins fans. But like, as far as running back goes, do we have the de facto? Yeah, we got room, but who do you think is going to be the starter?
You said running back or receiver 2?
Well, I'm talking about running backs right now. As far as the offense needing more weapons, like we need a de facto number 2 wide receiver or 1A, whatever you want to call it. And as far as running backs right now, like we don't know who's going to be the starter. So it's like I
think any of these running backs could be our RB1 as long as we know there's going to be a rotation at the running back position.
That's a good point.
Because I think Jerome Ford and Katron Allen are going to be the same type of running back. Just backs that can get 4 yards. They're going to average 4 yards a carry.
Yeah.
If you have a team with 2 running backs that can average 4 yards a carry, and people talk about the what's the system? The my guy from Detroit, the offensive core, Ben Johnson and David Blau. The offensive system is going to be the Sonic and Knuckles, Jahmyr Gibbs and David Montgomery. I think Katron Allen and Jerome Ford are going to be your David Montgomery type player.
Okay.
But the Lions also, they'll use whichever lineup they want to use. So it doesn't matter. Like Gibbs will sometimes get the third downs. Montgomery will sometimes get the third downs. Like Gibbs will get the first down sometimes. Montgomery will get the first down sometimes. I think they started moving towards Gibbs is just a little bit better.
He's more
overall.
dynamic.
He's just more dynamic, so we need to have him in a little bit more. And I think that's what we would.
Hey, yo, Wiggs. We were doing well, man. Hey, yo.
We were making progress, man.
Right. But damn, man. I mean, all great points, though, Wiggs. All great points. But, like, as far as wide receivers go, outside of Diggs and outside of Ayuk, is there anyone else that can possibly have a chance to be getting picked up? Like Debo is one of them. I think Debo has a better chance than anybody else.
I like the Keenan Allen pick. I always thought he had some of the best hands in the league. Yeah. I think he runs routes with some of the best of them. So you get Keenan Allen, and I think he can toe tap really well. So I think he's a vet that has a skill set that he can probably teach some of our younger guys how to do things a little bit better. Stephon Diggs as well. He's a dog. Like I said, I keep going back to him because he's a dog, man.
Right.
And he's from the area. We can get him and his brother. Like his brother thrived in the Dan Quinn system.
We might as well.
Dog, we might as well just hide your daughters for one season.
One season, please.
For one season. Jeez.
No bull. I like it, Wiggs. Well, let us know what you think there, bro. Just click on the bottom right-hand corner and like and subscribe and tell a friend to tell a friend. I think whoever we end up pick up, for that position, I think the office is going to blow up. So we'll see what AP does. But moving on here, Wiggs, we were actually talking pretty bold there, saying that we need to get all these people and all this good stuff. So to take it back even further to the 80s, I know I'm a Southern kid. My mom and my aunt, they used to watch the soap operas. And one of the favorite soap operas they liked was The Bold and the Beautiful. So the Brodies here got some bold predictions for the 2026 NFL season here. So we're just going to just throw some things at y'all here, Wig. So I'm going to let you kick it off. I'm going to pass it to you. All right? Give me a bold prediction.
One thing they said in the WWE, when you want to maintain drama, you got to do things a little bit slower than usual.
Let it simmer, Wiggs. Let it simmer.
My BBP, big bold prediction for 2026. The Baltimore Ravens are going to win the Super Bowl. Having gotten rid of John Harbaugh as a coach, Lamar Jackson is ready to turn a new page.
You heard it here first.
They have a defensive coach.
Okay.
Which John Harbaugh was not a defensive coach. He was a special teams coach. People forget that.
It's true. People do forget that.
He was a defensive coach. He was not. He was a special teams coach, and he was a good coach when they had a good kicker and a good, punt returner, kick returner, because those were his specialties, and good coaches underneath him. Now they have a good defensive coach that's going to take care of the defense, let Lamar take care of the offense, and the Ravens will win the Super Bowl.
Okay. I mean, look. I mean, that's not a bad prediction there. I mean, they got Hendrickson, so I mean they're trying to shore up that pass rush, right? They're going to need to, with Joe Burrow and company. So I like it. I like it. I mean, if I'm gonna go out out there with you, I don't know. I'm gonna have to pray on that one, man. I mean,
let me ask you this, Coach. Anybody in the AFC specifically that you think can beat them? Anybody in the NFC specifically that you think can beat them? On paper.
On paper.
And completely healthy, because that's all we can. We know things will change, obviously, but on paper,
that's a good point. So I can only go off of the past because I haven't seen this new regime. So just take this with a grain of salt. I'm gonna have to go with the Bills. Okay. Only because I feel like Josh Allen overall is the better quarterback overall. Ooh. Even though we fried him. We fried him because he didn't come up in the clutch.
Exactly. 4 turnovers. You're going to get fried.
Lamar hasn't done too well in the playoffs either. So that's why it's kind of like, it's 6-7 right now. It doesn't really matter right now which one you choose. Mm-hmm. So, yeah. So like, give me Josh Allen right now as far as the AFC favorite, but NFC right now, I'm taking the Rams.
Over the Seahawks?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Ooh. Oh, yeah.
Okay.
As far as my BBP, right? I am going to go with the Jets getting a 10-win season and making the playoffs, baby.
The Jets, anything is crazy.
The Jets are going to win 10 games. And the reason why I say this is because for the past 2 seasons, there has been a bottom of the barrel franchise that has gone from worst to first in some shape, form, or fashion and made the playoffs. 2024 was us with the Skins. Last year was the Bears. This year, hopefully the dice rolls somewhere for the Jets. Why not?
Oh, that's facts. Why not? I mean, they have a little bit of everything that they need next year going into the season. It's just a matter of putting it together. There's talks of Russell Wilson maybe joining the Jets.
Possibly.
I think that'll be a good addition. The Giants had Russell Wilson
over Geno Smith, but I might take
I'm telling people like, yo, I mean they're the same person. You said, it's like 6-7. It's
right at this point in their careers.
Yeah, they're very, very similar. But I think the Jets can definitely do some damage. 10 wins, I can't see that. I can see playoffs, but it could be a scenario where 9 wins is enough. Because everybody else is, but because I think it's like the playoffs, Co. We talked about it about the playoffs, I think last week, or we may be talking about it a little bit this week. When the teams are just more competitive as a whole, you get an average record from everybody, not because people are average, but just because the competition is better. So I think we're going to see a little bit of that next year. I think a lot of teams did really well in the draft. The Jets being one of them. The Jets did really well in the draft. Week. I think a lot of people point to how well the Commanders did in the draft. So a lot of people think the Commanders can get back to 10 wins. I don't think that's a bold prediction. Like, I think that's how much of a, common prediction at this point is that the Commanders will rebound and get back. But the Jets getting to 10 wins is a bold prediction. I mean, we're going to have to put that bet in. We got to put that bet in because if it happens, people are going to be like, yo, y'all said it. Y'all didn't make no money out of it. Yeah, we got to put that bet in.
Well, we'll put the over at 8.5.
I like that. Yeah, I like that.
All right. Give me another bold prediction.
Who won? Did they? Okay, the Eagles won the NFC East last year.
Mm-hmm. Second,
and I think they're the first team to win 2 years in a row. The Commanders will win the next 2 years in the NFC.
All right, so we're going to win this year and next year.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, if we get Ayuk or Diggs or all of the above, it's very possible. Very, very possible. And also, Vegas has us at 7.5. So no one's counting us. They power rank us at 19. No one's counting us.
I haven't seen anybody have us above 15.
Yeah,
it's been 15, 19. I've seen a 30. Like
I've seen
we're
as
not
low
getting
as
a lot of respect.
25. Mm-hmm. So they're not counting on us to rebound. They think it's the same old Skins. So I understand that. So I got a good one here for you, Wiggs. My BBP. Baby prime time. Shador Sanders throws for 3,500 yards and 25 TDs.
I would love to see it. Okay, so the coach, his hating ass coach, is out of the is off the team. I like that. So, all right, coach is gone. But who's starting? They're talking about Deshaun Watson might be starting. So, do you think they pull Deshaun by like week 3 or 4, and then Baby Prime just goes crazy?
Yeah, I think it's going to be one of those scenarios when he comes in and just takes over and just hits
lights the league on fire.
Yeah. Yep. One of those. Yeah, by like week 4 or something like that. All right, give me one more.
I actually like that Baby Prime one, Co. That was one I'm thinking about. All right, let me go back to my list, man. Go back to my draft list. Because it's going to be one of the top 10 teams. You know, those are the teams that are coming around. So they said the Cardinals. What's the name of the Cardinals quarterback from last year, Co? That took over for Kyler Murray?
Jacoby Brisket. I call him Jacoby Brisket, but Brissett. Jacoby Brisket. That's my man's in them.
Hey, so he's taking over for the Cardinals. They basically just told him that he's going to be the starting quarterback.
Yeah,
they're going to give him like a new contract so he can have starting quarterback money. They have Jeremiah Love. I'm not going to boldly predict anything about the Cardinals. I'm trying to just go down the list real quick. The Titans. I can't boldly predict anything about them. They got Carnell Tate, which again we mock Carnell Tate, but I didn't like that pick even in my mock because I didn't think that was the right pick, and I think there were other players that they could have gotten, like a defensive player there. There are a lot of receivers that went late, like ours in the 3rd round. I like our receiver a lot, so
I think they just wanted to invest in their quarterback.
Yeah, I think they could have gone a different route. The Giants. Oh, the Giants could be good, man.
I think they are going to be good. They got Harbaugh.
Yeah, I mean, I know that's not popular. It's not popular. That's why I don't do well with Commanders fans, because I'm not a Commander. I'm a Commanders fan, but I'm not a fan boy. So I don't mind talking about how well I think somebody in the division might do. I think our division is going to be one of those divisions that all 4 teams could be vying for the playoffs next year.
Hey,
and I don't know if that's even bold enough. I don't know if that's bold enough.
No. I was about to say I wouldn't be surprised if all 4 teams had 10 plus wins. It's possible.
It's possible.
It's very possible.
We saw it last year. What was it? The NFC South or North? One. Or both. Yeah. It might have been both.
I think it was the North. I think the North. Yeah. I think they all had 10 wins.
Yeah, the AFC South or West, or whichever one it is that has Mahomes and the Broncos and the Chargers. The Chiefs finally didn't make it to the playoffs, but the Broncos did. The Chargers did. So there are a lot of good divisions where 3+ teams are vying for the playoffs, which kind of goes to why I'm saying I could see somebody getting into the playoffs next year with 9 wins as opposed to 10. Because they're still going to be a good team, but you just lost some close games. Somebody's going to win all the close ones like they do every year because they got a really good kicker, and we have a kicker that apparently can kick 70 yards now. So we'll see. This might be our year just because of something like that. So
I mean, a lot of games have come down to field goals. So
I'm telling you.
Yeah, that would be great. Okay. I got one more here for you, Wiggs.
Okay.
JD5 wins comeback player of the year.
Oh, I would love that, man. Damn. Yeah. And I think that one, I'm not gonna say it's becoming a quarterback award, but I think the NFL is always trying to give quarterbacks awards. Like,
they're the face of the sport. So
yeah, so I think they would love to give him, because he had a down year. Plain and simple. His second year was a down year, and it wasn't just because of injury. When he played, he was not as good as he was his first year. His first year, from game 1, he was like that. Like, he came in from the very first game, lit the league on fire, all the way through the playoffs, 14 wins. the second year, we have contract negotiations with Terry and the team. You know, he doesn't get his reps in training camp. The season starts, and he looks rusty. You know, and then he only plays no more than 6 games total. I believe.
Yeah, he played 7, but he finished 4.
Yeah, something like that. So
yeah.
So that's a bold prediction, Co. I would love to see that, though. I would love to see it.
All right. Well, we'll see what the 2026 football season brings. There's always going to be drama there, but let us know what you think there, Brodies. Click on the bottom right-hand corner and like and subscribe. Now, moving right along here, we're going to go switch sports here, i.e. the patch here. You know what I'm saying? I got the basketball jersey on. You know, the Brodies talk about football, which is the laces. Now let's talk about the outside of the shield, which is the basketball. You know what I'm saying?
What the logo's about.
Now, you know, we have a purpose here in life here, y'all. And whenever you have a mount, you got to move in life. You got to understand, like it says in Matthew 17, verse 20, you must have the faith of a mustard seed. Okay, but in basketball, it seems like the higher seeds are losing to the lower seeds. And in some fashions, the lower seeds are getting blown out by the higher seeds. But it doesn't matter when, you know, you got star players hurt that didn't even get a chance to play, like the Rockets, or Embiid always going down with another knee injury or some type of owie, you know. But Wiggs, does seeding even matter anymore in the NBA playoffs?
It's a good question, Co. And I love the faith of a mustard seed. I appreciate you even saying the Bible verse, man, because sometimes people want to look that stuff up. So does seeding matter? Oh man, seeding absolutely matters. And I'll tell you why. In this year, and very often you see this even in, as crazy as the March Madness is, you know, it's a tournament of 64 teams. They're thinking about expanding it.
Yeah, and counting. Yeah, it's a good point.
And counting.
Yeah.
But when it comes down to the Sweet 16 or Elite 8, you're gonna see at least 3 number 1 teams. So those number 1 seeds are the best teams in the game, and they do have the most favorable matchups. So seeding matters because the NBA is a matchup league. However, when you get to those transition periods where the great players are not as great, Steph Curry, LeBron, Carmelo's been done, D-Wade's been done, Giannis. I mean, LeBron is going so long. Pause. LeBron's been in the league so long. Like, he played with D-Wade, and now Giannis, you know, like Giannis might retire from injury or something.
Yeah,
you just said Embiid needs to retire when we were talking off air yesterday, Co. Like, you know, so yeah, I do think seeding matters. And this year, I'll say this too. The East, the Pistons, number 1 seed, still in it, are playing the number 4 Cavs. In the West, the number 1 Thunder, still in it, are playing the number 4 Lakers. So on both sides, those top seeds had a favorable matchup and won. And then on the bottom side, the 2 seed won, the Spurs. So 1-1-2, and then 1-3, which is, you know, kind of everybody's kind of falling in line. The Knicks won. And then on the opposite side, the 76ers and the T-Wolves are the 6 and 7 seed. So that's kind of a surprise. But that's also, again, those seeds play a little bit better matchups. The 6 plays the 5. That's a closer seeding. So a 6 making it is not so much of a surprise.
Okay.
And then when you have the Spurs, the number 2 seed, as our favorite, it also shows you the number 1 is not always going to win the game. So,
okay, great point. So basically, what we're seeing here in the playoffs this year are 2 particular teams that basically just choked, flat out, in the Nuggets and the Celtics.
Yeah, you can say
so.
You can say that.
It's time to turn the stove on for a little bit here, Brodies. In typical Brody fashion, we're going to have to fry some folk because the reason why we have this as a topic is because the Celtics were the Brodies' choice for the Eastern Conference representative in the finals.
Ooh.
You know, and we gave the Nuggets a fair share. I chose OKC to repeat. I'm going to say this on air here, folks. For the first time ever in basketball history, Brody Co-World wants the Lakers and LeBron James to dethrone OKC. I can't take this flopping crap anymore. Like this shit is getting ridiculous. But we'll get on that later. But the Celtics, man, like what the hell happened?
Somebody gonna have to come to the front. I mean, hey, I guess we don't even have to say somebody got to come to the front. Jaylen Brown went on his own podcast and went to the front of the class and basically said that MB cooked them. He basically said MB cooked them, and he also blamed it on the refs, which
and also said he liked playing better without Tatum.
I said that earlier this year, Cole. I said that earlier. Be careful what you wish for. I'm not even mad at Tatum for not playing in the Game 7 because Jaylen Brown, show us what you're about. I played in these other games. We got to Game 7. You wanted to see what you could do without me? All right, first round, Game 7.
You wanted. Yeah,
this is your chance. You said it yourself. You got cooked by Embiid. So you're not that guy. And you just got to be thankful to have good teammates. Like, there's nothing wrong with playing with a generational talent. You can be a generational talent yourself. You're really good.
Egos, man.
But
just
that
like
ego,
with AJ
just
Brown in Philly.
Yeah,
you're winning. And how could you say that this was the happiest year of your career and the funnest time you've ever had? Basically saying you had a ball, not playing with Tatum. Like, why would you say that? Like, so you're saying your championship season wasn't your happiest year of your career?
Well, I think Gilbert Arenas said it on his pod that, when you're a good scorer, a great player, not even just a good scorer. When you're a great scorer, a great player, ego-wise, you like to see 30 points instead of 20 points. Because people are going to put you in a box as, they're going to look at your stats.
Yeah.
Jaylen Brown, the same way we look at Scottie Pippen.
It gets diluted.
It gets diluted. Like, okay, you were 20 point, 5 assists, 4 rebounds.
You can't put you in the top 5.
We're not putting you in it. But if Scottie had his own team, we might be talking about Scottie as the first LeBron for real. We really might be.
Yeah, that's a good point.
So I understand that point of it from Jaylen Brown's perspective. But I'm with you, Co. Tim Duncan. We all still say Tim Duncan is the best power forward alive, not because he put up gaudy numbers, because he won, because he played in a system.
Yep.
So we understand the complex conversation around, Tim Duncan's numbers might not be Karl Malone, who Karl Malone is on this part of the points scored list, but nobody thinks Karl Malone is better than Tim Duncan.
Nobody.
So it's about wins, man. Jaylen Brown, I hope you understand that next year, and I hope you appreciate that. I know you're a very smart guy, so just saying that, dog, put the ego to the side, man. I know that's what got you where you got to, but putting the team first is what's going to take you to the next level.
I agree. I mean, one thing he needs to put to the side is that Beijing, bro. Like, he was staining a lot of jerseys earlier in the season. But anyway, as far as like greats, there was a particular player for a particular team on the West Side here, Wiggs. I think we all jumped the gun a little early on, and that's the Joker. I mean, he was doing things that we never saw a big man do. So I think a lot of people got a little, wow, pause. But like, everyone got excited, man. They were like, here's this 7-foot guy running the point, and he's averaging a triple-double and all this other stuff, and he's got LeBron's number and all this other good stuff. And ever since that title run, they've had consistent first round and second round exits. They haven't even been to the conference finals since they won. So, like, I mean, to get on Joker here, like, is it all his fault? Can you blame injuries? Could you say coaching? Or maybe, I mean, they fired the coach that got him there. So,
that's facts.
I mean,
Great point.
Aaron Gordon is kind of getting old. I mean, everybody's getting old. I mean, we mentioned last week that, what was the dude's name? Murray. He's basically a shell of himself too. So is the team, did the window close faster than people expected, or do they still have a chance at winning a title with this team?
Man, Cole, this is such a great point to bring up. And things are just moving so fast with the games being on different channels. Cole, we talked about it. It's exhausting, man. Like, I forget that games are on because it's like it's no marketing for where to watch the game the next day because it's not on their stations. So they're not marketing it. So it's kind of like, oh, these games will be on from Tuesday and Thursday. Nobody told me where the Wednesday games were going to be. So I forgot the damn Pistons game was on. I'm mad as hell about that.
All these, and they're all different streaming services. And if you don't have it, you can't watch it. I haven't watched the Pistons series at all because it's on Peacock. I don't have that.
It's so frustrating.
Yeah.
But to get back to the point, yeah, Joker, man, that's a bad loss in my opinion.
Yeah, it is.
And I said it maybe last week, Co. One, I got to give you credit again, not just for the topic, but you called it. Like, you had the topic last week, and I was trying to talk you out of it. Like, Doug, are you crazy? How is the Joker gonna lose to the Timberwolves without? And you were like, dog, it's not just Joker, it's Jamal Murray. It's, the squad around him. The coach, again, another great point. The coach is not the coach that they had that got them to the chip. They let him go.
He was a badass.
He was a really good coach, and they had a really good system. So yeah, this is not the same team. And Jokic was never, in my opinion, a great defensive player. And I think his rebounding stats are a lot like Russell Westbrook's in that the offense is meant for them to grab the rebound and then facilitate. Yeah. It's built around them grabbing everybody else is moving. So you see that a lot nowadays where you're not fighting for these boards. Like, you might have to box out one person every once in a while. Or when it gets down to the wire, everybody's fighting for rebounds. But at the beginning of the game, especially during the regular season, it's one person grabbing a rebound and everybody else is running. So, so the Joker, man, that one's very surprising. Should they get rid of Jamal Murray? I wouldn't right now. Not until you get a replacement.
Who are you going to replace him with? Yeah, who's going to want to come to Denver in a trade?
Yeah.
So I mean, so it basically, we just had two higher seeds, which is common in the playoffs. It happens all the time in any sport where an underdog defeats, a person who's expected to win. I mean, it happens all the time. So, I mean, I think next year, if the Nuggets want to be considered a contender, they need to do some type of trades. Now, here's a trade scenario I think you might be interested in here, Wiggs, that I heard from Chris Russell on Team 980. AD doesn't want to play here in Washington, right? He doesn't want to play here. And I don't want no one here that doesn't want to play here, all right? So what do you think of a trade of sending AD to Boston and bringing Tatum to Washington to pair with Ice trade a game?
They're going to send us Jaylen Brown. Because
I don't want Jaylen Brown.
If they can send us Tatum, hell yeah. I mean,
they'll keep Jaylen Brown because they're the ones that gave him the bigger contract, right?
No, his contract is coming up this year.
Jaylen Brown.
They could do a sign and trade. Yep, they could do a sign and trade for Jaylen Brown. So that's what I said. That'll be the more realistic option. But if it was Tatum,
either one. I mean,
I would do. Oh man, let me pause that before I even say it. So before I even say it, I would sign Tatum or take Tatum in a trade any day of the week, man.
Yeah, I feel you on that. Well, we'll definitely see what happens there, Brodies. Let us know what you think there. Click on the bottom right-hand corner and like and subscribe and tell a friend to tell a friend. Now, in light of basketball, there's another side of basketball that people, talk about, and that's the fashion side, right? I mean, hip hop and sports have intertwined, and now sports apparel has become a fashion trend, i.e. the Brody basketball jersey that I can now wear anywhere, right? Or the Brody hats. But there was a particular shoe that came out in the mid-'80s that basically revolutionized the entire basketball shoe era and the entire fashion world, okay? Now, shoe sales have been down because there's no popular players, they say, that's winning enough to promote these shoes. So I don't know, Wiggs, is it the shoes like that's creating the popularity, or is it the player? I think it may be the player promoting the shoes. So let me give you some history out here. Michael Jordan, we all know who he is, okay? He has the greatest basketball shoe of all time, okay? Now, in 1984, when he entered his rookie year, Michael Jordan was approached by 3 shoe manufacturers, okay? Adidas, Converse, and Nike. That's crazy to even think. Mm-hmm. Now, in the meeting, Nike basically centered the presentation around, his highlights and everything like that. Now, he did not like the color of the shoes. He did not like the original Jordans that came out. He didn't like them. And at that time, basketball shoes really weren't personalized. Like Converse had Magic Johnson shoes and Larry Bird shoes, but they were the same shoe, just in the team color, right? These shoes were tailor-made for Jordan, and that made it more exclusive and also more legal because it's never really been done before, and there were some rules that were behind it, right? So long story short here, Brodies, after criticizing the shoes and everything like that, they revamped everything to his liking, and they offered him a deal. He turned the deal down because his mother wanted royalties from the shoe sales. Never been done before, okay? After some back and forth, they end up signing a $2.5 million deal, which is 3 times more than any other shoe deal at the time. And in addition, he got his royalty checks, his royalties from the sales. Now, they projected in 1985, when the shoes dropped, to have a $3 million margin. They planned on making $3 million that year. They made $126 million. Okay. Now, what drove the prices? This is what drove the prices in addition to his play. At that time, Wiggs, it was illegal to wear different color shoes. You either had to wear all black or all white. And typically, all black was the home shoes and all white were the away shoes. These shoes matched the color of the jerseys, right? Black, red, and white. So it was illegal to have that. So he got fined $5,000 a game, which Nike happily paid. Because they made 126 freaking million off of this dude. Now, as far as just like the general impact here of the shoes, in 2002, he accounted for 1% of the world's fashion trade. 1%. Okay, the Jordan brand. Okay, by himself, bro. Like, so basketball transcended into fashion because of Jordan. And obviously, if you look at the games now, everybody's wearing all types of colors and all this other stuff. But I say all that with the Did You Know segment, Wiggs, to just ask you, man, like, do you think these new stars are getting these shoe deals way too early? Because like Jordan had to win. But his popularity blew these shoes up because they did something different. But like his shoes made more of an impact once he started winning. So like John Morant, and SGA's got a title now, but like John Morant, for a great example, Derrick Rose, Kyrie Irving, well, he's got a chip. But these people had shoes before they even won something. LeBron had shoes before he even played his first NBA game. He lived up to the hype, but like he's an exception. Like, are these players getting these shoe deals way too early and it's diluting the whole thing?
That's a good question, Co. I mean, and shout out to you for that research, man. That's some really good journalism right there. And I think you proposed a really good question at the end, in that is it so much that it's not the shoes anymore and it's just the play of the player, or is it the design of the shoe? Like you said, Jordan didn't even like the design of the first shoe. I know that shoe is very popular. I'm not gonna lie, that's not my favorite Jordan. The Jordan 1.
Yeah, one's not my favorite, even though I have a pair. Yeah.
So, so design is one thing, but then, like you said, players are getting their signature shoe as soon as they come out of college, because these corporations are bidding against each other, and in the bid, because of Jordan's mom, shout out to her, just negotiating one of the, like you said, nobody had royalties at that point, and for her to have the foresight and the vision to ask for that and to stand on that, man, you got to give her a lot of props.
Bruh, just to kind of give you the math, in 2022 alone, the Jordan brand brought in $5.1 billion, and $256 million of that went to Jordan in royalties. Shout out to Ma Dukes.
In 2022 alone.
Shout out to Ma Dukes.
From a $2.5 million contract to a $256 million payday.
Into a startup company in Nike too.
Yeah, I mean, that's beyond beautiful. That is just, and that's what people want to see today. Corporations, take notes. Like, you can share the wealth. We make enough money in this country. Corporations, you can share the wealth. So we should be giving players royalties, but we shouldn't be giving them signature contracts, because
right up front.
That's something you got to earn.
Yeah, and I'm with you, Wiggs.
I think after Jordan, it should be almost harder, to get a signature shoe, because it's like, yo, this is what it's really about. Like, yeah, we can sign you, but you won't get that shoe until you show that you can sell shoes.
Right. We'll sign you to Nike. You can wear all the Nikes you want, but you're not going to get your signature shoe until you get at least a defensive player of the year, a scoring title, MVP, a regular title, a few all-stars, possibly. But like you said, just using LeBron as an example, and like I said, you got to take it with a grain of salt. He's the exception, but he literally got the red carpet rolled out for him before he even got drafted. Remember, Nike signed him to a $90 million shoe deal before he even graduated. Now, could you imagine if he ended up being a bust?
That's money well spent for them. That's especially with Jordan. It's a drop in the bucket. But yeah, no. It happens. It happens. Like you said, there's so many players with shoes now that it's like players on the bench have shoes, and it's like, wait, hold up, bro, you're not even in the starting lineup. Right. You got your own signature shoe somewhere.
But also just to kind of counteract it, just to kind of show you how, like, sometimes, it's working out now. But the John Morant shoe, for a great example. Right when they were about to roll his shoe out is when he got in all that legal issue stuff, that gun stuff.
And this is a nice shoe. I like it.
Nice shoe, great shoe. But it's like, you gave this kid a multi-million-dollar shoe deal, and he was
in the midst of like not being in good character and good standing and stuff like that.
Yeah, and it's like, when they rolled the dice on Jordan was this. He was
just a good basketball.
He was just a square, really. He was. He back in the day,
basketball player. Yeah.
Yeah, he just liked to play ball. So they took a risk on him, and his mom was savvy enough to ask for some royalties. But like, it's like these people aren't winning anything. Like, John Morant is like on his third or fourth shoe, and his team ain't even in the playoffs.
Yeah, like they can't even, because there really should be a much better John Morant like marketing scheme of commercials and things like that. because, like I said, it's a really good shoe. It's a popular shoe, and it's kind of like, I guess, with the way social media is, things kind of just have a virality to them. You know, like
True.
if something goes viral, it just goes viral.
Yeah,
and I think that
you don't really need much marketing. Yeah,
I think Nike was just, honestly, Nike has been suffering from success for so long. Sometimes you just keep expanding because things are going so well. So like, when you go back to Jordan, from Jordan to LeBron, in between that, they had, Penny Hardaway had a run, Chris Webber, Tim Duncan, like all these, Scottie Pippen, all these guys were dropping shoes.
Yeah,
all the shoes were hits, dog. Like Nike had hit after hit after
Vince
hit.
Carter's, the flight posits.
So it's not even just Jordan, but like Jordan turned Nike into something. Like it's not. It's like you mentioned it. The story kind of starts with Nike because they're the ones that signed him. They're the ones that designed the shoes along with him. And not only did they do that, but they went on to, sign LeBron. The only one that they messed up was Steph Curry. And that guy happened to be the same guy that traded away Luka Doncic from the Dallas Mavericks. So we know he was just
they also botched Yeezy too.
Oh man. Yeah, that's a mistake.
Yeah, don't forget those. But I mean, that's a great point, Wiggs. I mean, like with John Morant, just to use him as the example, I think as far as marketing goes, they had to dial it back because of all the thuggery, and he refuses to change his image too. All the niggatry. You know what I'm saying? Like it's like, well, John, we want to promote you, but you acting like a jigaboo.
Yeah, it's only so much you can promote NBA YoungBoy on TV.
Exactly. And it's like, Jason Tatum, great example. He is a great player, but he doesn't have the it factor for you to want to go buy some Jason Tatum shoes. You know what I'm saying? Like, no. And just to show how his shoes are such an impact from a fashion standpoint, Jordan shoes are selling more than current basketball players' shoes. When the last time you seen people sell out LeBron James's shoes or SGA or even John Morant's, even though they're fire? But like kids that never even saw Jordan play are buying his shoes.
I mean, people are literally still lining up for Jordans. They're not doing that
the
for
same
no other
ones
shoes.
they bought 3 years ago.
Yeah, no. It's a fact. Cole, having said that, we were talking about this. We were going over the list about the top. I shouldn't say the top 23, but the first 23 Jordans. And we found out that you have 19 out of 23. The only ones you don't have are 3, 6, 7, and 8. I did have 3, 7, and 8. So out of us, the only pair we don't have are the 6s. We might have to get a pair of 6s.
We might have to cop a pair of 6s.
Like, just for us to have
them. Okay. That's fair.
But tell me what's your favorite out of the 19 that you do have? What are your favorites? And then just tell me a little bit, because your journey with buying Jordans started young. Some people have a journey of like me. I really only had Jordans when I was younger. I kind of stopped buying Jordans because I kind of got my feel. You had Jordans when you were young. You still buy Jordans now. So kind of tell us a little bit about your Jordan journey.
So I was a sneakerhead. So I would cut grass and wash cars and walk dogs and all the stuff to buy them. Because as far as fashion wise, clothes were limited. Clothes were limited, so it's
it was the shoes. It was the shoes.
Let me throw that banner back up just for a little bit.
I'm telling you, it was the shoes for us.
It was the shoes. So anybody says anytime you even walk up to a lady, within the first 5 seconds, the first thing they look at is your shoes. So
they look you up and down.
Yeah, in PG County, your shoe game had to be on point. So my first pair of J's were the 9s, which were the J's he didn't play in. Because he retired after the 93 year or championship. But most of my Jordans I bought when I was in college. You know what I'm saying? Through high school, the ones that I could buy, I bought with, like my work money, my side hustle money or whatever. But it wasn't until I got like a real job, like in college and started making a little more money. And I was like, all right, now I can like buy the ones that I want now that we got these retros and stuff. Right. But as far as my favorite J's, bro, they're super underrated, the 16s. Those are probably like my favorite. But if I had to choose my all-time favorite, if I just wear these every single day, no matter what, black toe 14s, bro. Them things are so beautiful. They're gorgeous.
Yeah, I thought you were gonna say the 14s first, so that makes sense that you would say that one because I definitely know you like that. Describe the 16s for me. Which ones are those? The ones with the like strap that goes up and then
it's the one that has the patent leather on the tip, and it has that little and it has like that little cover that you can like take off.
Pull back, okay.
Yeah. Those joints is tough, man. Those joints is so tough.
Yeah. That was Jordan was kind of did he play in those? The 16s?
No. Okay. He played because I was gonna say 17s and 18s.
Okay, I was gonna say his shoes from the 14s and up, I would say, kind of changed a little bit. That design.
Yeah. From 14, so let's see, 14. Oh, he played in 14s.
Up until 19, because 19 is when he came back for the Wizards.
17 he didn't play in. 15, 16, and 17.
And he came back in 19 with the Wizards because that's when they changed to the white and blue.
No, my mistake. He came back with the 17s and 18s. Those were the Wizard colors. And then he retired again. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. So yeah, the ones up until the Wizard colors with the part that could come off.
Yeah.
All the ones before that, they did have a different style to them. I think I stopped at 13 and then I got the 17s. Yep.
Yeah.
That 14 to 16 was
more
like
futuristic.
I think I remember them saying something like it was Ferrari inspired, a car inspired.
The 14s,
like they were doing
that's
something different.
That's why the Jordan symbol looks like a Ferrari.
But that's when I started to realize, like, when you have quality, like, certain things grow on you. It's like a Kanye CD sometimes. Like, the first time you hear it, you might be like, yo,
great example.
That shit was trash.
That's
and
it's
like,
example.
Yo, give it time. Give it time. And you keep listening and you're like, yo, this dude is so talented.
Oh my gosh, that's
how those 14, 15, and 16s were just like, yo, when they first came out, they were just different. Like, yo, what is this?
People thought the 15s were ugly, but these joints is actually fire after a few years.
The more you look at them, you're like, yo, these joints are like, man, it's so fire. So yeah, nah.
There's a few post 23 ones that I like, but we won't get into those. Yeah.
Any team, there were like the Spizike Team Jordans. I was fucking with those. They had a couple different ones. I would say maybe the
Kevin Garnett wore in '97.
Those are good. I think when Carmelo came out with
Carmelo's dress was nice. Yeah,
he had like one or two that were nice. I'm trying to think who Team Jordan.
Don't forget somebody. Roy Jones's boxing shoes and the Vin Bakers, the Super Freaks with Randy Moss.
Man. Nah,
Jordan brand had a nice run, man.
I think they have Luka. right now. I don't know what they've been dropping with him, though.
I mean, he gotta win.
You look like he's about to fry him up.
I was about to fry him, man. But we're running out of time, Wiz. I'm not gonna fry him, yo. But that's it for the week there, Brodies. Let us know what you think there. Click on the bottom right hand corner, like and subscribe on Instagram, on TikTok, and YouTube, yo. But until then, it's the Low Head Code World. It's the guy Jay Wiggs. We'll see y'all next week, y'all. It's Brody Sports Talk, y'all. Peace.